Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a subject to you that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is the hazard of making money or monetary gain, profit, the motivation for why people do things, for employment or service of any kind, business objectives and whatnot. There is a hazard. There's a very specific and distinct hazard, actually a couple of them, two of them that I can think of right off the top of my head. Big ones, actually. So consider that when a person's main or primary motivation to do something, as in a job, is to make money, they're going to do the minimum to get the money. That's all they have to do. They're not going to necessarily expend a great deal of extra effort or creativity or time on it if all they ever wanted was to get the paycheck. So what you see actually is a trend towards mediocrity, and I've talked about this in other videos, but there's an even bigger hazard. That one's kind of obvious. This one may not be so obvious, but it's even bigger actually if you think about it. It has to do with bonds and loyalty. What I mean to say is if the reason a person is in your presence, in whatever capacity, that is, as an employee, as a friend, a spouse, a lover, whoever, if the main reason is that they are concerned about expenses, their own expenses, so to speak, being supported financially, and this may sound familiar, such as the rhetoric behind a lot of songs and people and parts of feminism, to be honest. If that's their motivation, then you already know something. You know that there's a price, a very specific and probably near price for them to betray you, a price for them to stab you right in the back. That's a problem. That's a big problem. If the only reason they showed up, or if they waited to show up until there was the right amount of money, specifically, then there will be a specific amount of money for them to leave on whatever terms it takes. That's how it goes. That's just logic. That is to say that they're in it to win it. Not because they like you, necessarily. I mean, they may like you too, but second to the main thing, right? Yeah. So here's a problem. I mean, you can accept this. You can actually accept a lot of personality defects. You can accept problems. You can accept whatever, but there becomes a deal breaker, such as, if you eventually become involved with other people in business, is one way to put it. You have to consider their needs too. You have to consider the stakeholders of whatever you're involved in. And when the people you affiliate with and associate with, especially on intimate levels, have that propensity, have that inclination to follow the dollar, so to speak, without any kind of major concerns for loyalty, you have to nip that right in the bud out of respect for the people that you affiliate with. There's no other choice. Even if you wanted to, it would be suicide not to. Which is unfortunate because it's one of those self-destructive things that people don't necessarily realize that they're doing when they expect or demand that you meet certain financial requirements before they agree to anything. What that means to me is that there's a price for someone else to obtain you. Real easy. Can't do it. Sorry. It's a deal breaker. Fair weather friends, right? That's the last thing I'll say. Fair weather friends. It's amazing how quickly your friends dry up when the money's gone. Ask anybody. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.